All right, welcome to part 2 of lesson 3. So we're going to be on page 9 for this one, and this is where we're going to learn a couple notes, okay? So you notice on the top that we're going to play an open note. So this top string here, right here, the smallest one or thinnest one, that is an E. We covered that a little bit in the previous lesson, okay? In this case, how it's written on the treble clef here, this symbol means treble clef, and that's what typically guitars are played in. Basses are played in bass clef. Okay, so that top note is an E, and that note is this one. So if you see that symbol, see this note, that is an E, just open. Remember, the open strings have their own pitch as well. You change the pitch. By holding it, okay? But this is an E, and it's written right there. So if you see that, you know that you need to play that note. And it could be, again, quarter note or 16th note or half note, but if it's in that top space on that top line, okay, that is an E, okay? The next one looks like it's just above the E, okay? There's the treble clef again. This note is called an F. Okay. Now, there's only 8 notes in music typically, if we just go straight up the scale, okay? Without sharps and flats, of course, okay? But if I was to start with E, we'll just start with A. The notes would be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then the reason why it stops at G is because you would start over at A again. But we have variations on it to where I could start at an E, like here, and then I can do an E here. So for instance, this is an open E, this is an open E. The next note it says is you put your first finger down, like for the G7, you're playing an F here. You would do the same thing on this note, on the low string. We won't worry about that quite yet, but it's the same, it's just an octave different. Same note, it's an octave different, so 8 up, okay? And then on the 3rd fret, okay, so we have 1. This is a G. So you want to put your 3rd finger down here. Now typically, what I do with my thumb is I just rest it on the back like this. Sometimes I'll bring it up here, but typically you want to have it here, okay? So turn that a little bit, okay? So this is a G. Now, it might feel a little different because we haven't used this finger very much up until now, okay? But again, same deal. If you're back here, it's not going to sound as good. You want to be right behind the fret. So, in this case, you can see that... Sorry, I dropped my book. The G is on the very top of the staff, okay? So, E is on the top space, F is on the top line, and G is on the top of the staff. So again, music is just, I want to go a higher pitch, so I'm going to go up. I want to do a lower pitch, so I go down, okay? So why don't we give this a go on exercise number 10. So these are whole notes. Another thing I want to show you, okay? If you're a violinist or violist or cellist or something, you already know what this means. But that symbol above, it looks like a staple, okay? That means that you do it as a downstroke, okay? So you go down. An upstroke will, when we come to it, will look like a V. So, sorry, that is a downstroke, and then a V is an upstroke. So you might do it like this. But a downstroke, they just want you to go down. All right. Whole notes, okay. We'll count this out. So this one will just be straight, but you got to read the music. Okay, first note we start on E, and it's just those 3 notes. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and you can dial back and practice with that with me again. Hopefully that wasn't too fast. Let's try it with half notes. So this time we're going to strike every 2 beats, okay? So this is 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, F, E, 2, 3, 4. All right, you can rewind and practice that with me again. Okay. And now quarter notes. So this time we're playing every single beat. So this is exercise number 12. All down strokes. Okay. Again, you can do it with your thumb if you want to. But over the sound hole, that's where you're going to get the best sound. It's going to sound different if you don't do it right over the hole. That's where the sound is reverberating inside. We'll talk about that more in class, but you can read about it. Okay, let's start at 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. E, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, F, E, 3, 4. Have you practice and repeat that.